After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Still Loud, our Friday edition. Thanks for hanging out with us in advance. We've got a lot coming up today. This is Still Loud with Lori.
And Julia. I like how we say each other's names.
I know. We should have a clue like, and Lori, go.
And Julia.
Yes. And here we are. Back together chatting. Okay, I have to give you my review of The Devil Wears Prada 2.
You saw it. Lovely.
Oh, my gosh. It was perfect. It literally, it's been what, like 20 years or 15 years? I don't even know
20
how
years.
Wow, that is a long time. And everyone, Anne Hathaway looked younger and better, but we know,
Yeah.
But she still does. I remember years ago, I think she quit drinking. I think she quit everything. And how she's a healthy gal, but she looked fantastic. Emily Blunt, I thought, was so great. Justin Theroux is in the movie.
I heard he's fantastic as a tech bad guy.
But he's unrecognizable because I think they might have made him gain weight or somehow
Facial?
His face is really puffy.
Okay.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's fun. And Meryl Streep looks fabulous.
As Miranda, Casey's daughter, my bonus girl, went on a date night last Tuesday to see Devil Wears Prada.
I love her date nights.
I know it. Tuesday night.
Honey, what do you want to see? Something action band? No, we really want to see Devil Wears Prada, right?
So I have to give you her husband's review.
I'm so curious.
Perfect. It's like Aunt Marlene with her 2-sentence
or
review.
one word. Yeah.
His review is this. I thought I would be bored. I wasn't bored.
That is excellent. Because I even thought Jeff might like it. Casey might like it. Because, I went to the first one with Dad.
Casey and I just rewatched Devil Wears Prada before we left for Scandinavia. And he goes, we went to the theater and saw this. So, yeah, we want to see that. I just haven't had a chance. But I'm sure it is just, chef's kiss on top of a chef's kiss of a movie.
It's you love, Lori, you go to a little bit of Paris, not a lot, but you're in Milan.
Oh.
And you go to New York, and I haven't been there in so long. It's just so wonderful to see New York City.
And I'm sure the fashion was
fashion was fantastic. And Stanley Tucci it was just kind of, I'll be curious when you see it because it was perfect. It was just perfect.
Good.
I thought.
Very good.
So that is my nonsensical non-review,
Okay. Well, I'm
never going to be a critic.
No, but you didn't say it was 20 minutes too long, and
Never.
that's a first.
And it wasn't. It totally wasn't 20 minutes too long. However, based on your movie review of The Rock and Ryan Gosling, whatever that movie that's called.
Hail Mary?
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
I talked to my son last night, and he said, oh, no, Mom. It needed both of those pre-endings to build to the crescendo, which he said didn't last long enough, but he said the movie was so great. So
the movie was great, but when you think a movie's ending not once, not twice, but 3 different times, then it felt stretched.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited to watch it, but in my own home. So I can take breaks. Tell me.
Story that I obsessively have been reading, deep diving into, and I sent it to you, is one of the beautiful things I think that are fun about podcasts and celebrities going on other celebrities' podcasts, even though we're like, okay, don't you guys already take up enough air in the room? Now you got to get a podcast.
Can't you stay in your own lane for a second?
But one of the things I appreciate it is that sometimes, because being famous is like being in high school, the famous people confess things to other people that maybe they wouldn't to just, a regular interviewer or a morning show TV or a late night thing because they're promoting something. And
Okay,
so
fair.
she was on
Who's she?
Sheryl Crow, sorry.
Oh, okay.
She was on Bobby Jones's podcast. And of
Okay.
course, he was a radio show host like we were. He went on Dancing with
He
the
did.
Stars.
He's
You
from
just
like
did local.
Tennessee or somewhere down there. Yeah.
So he has a show, and she was on it this week sometime, and she confessed this, and we've never heard this before. He asked her about Lance Armstrong, and I always remember they seemed like the oddest couple to me.
Okay, fair enough. Especially because she was with Eric Clapton before him, backup singer for Michael Jackson's tour.
I don't know if she was with Eric Clapton.
She was.
Okay.
Briefly.
But I guess I remember their Grammy appearance because she wore a fabulous yellow cutout dress. Remember that?
Sat in the front row. Totally remember.
And they just seemed odd because he had like 5 children with his ex-wife. That's 4. A lot of baggage. Okay, 4, a lot of baggage.
Christine from Minnesota.
See, you are a Lance Armstrong file. You know everything.
I was. He's the, biker, if people don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah, Tour de France. The cheater.
Who lied. The cheater.
The cheater. She told Bobby this. She said, I was engaged. I had 3 beautiful stepchildren, and I wanted to have kids with this person. We split in the same week. I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and I found out as his fiance, he was seeing a really famous actress. That actress was Eva Longoria.
How did you find that out, Lori?
I went down the Google Foo Master roll.
Because that wasn't, of course, in the story, because I read the story, but so Eva Longoria, now that seems like an odd one. Where were they?
Apparently, Tour de France Dick can get you just as much as rock and roll or royalty.
No, but you remember, he was huger than life. He started to Live Strong. We all had the yellow wristband cancer fund, which every celebrity, Robin Williams was his best friend biking with him.
There they are at the Grammys.
Yeah, yeah. They were together a long time, and she was so gorgeous. Yeah. And then this entire time, I think she admitted she didn't know what was going on with his.
No, she had
flying in the airplanes and getting the oxygen blood transfusions.
Yeah, she didn't know he was cheating and all this. And so she told Bobby, I went through 9 months of radiation, grieving, and anger.
And it was Eva Longoria.
Longoria.
Could you find a picture? Was there anything?
No. It must have been one of those, let's meet at the Beverly Hills Hotel in room 103.
Or a cabana.
A cabana.
A cabana. Wow. I mean, he was a huge celebrity. He was at the time, and then he had the Oprah Winfrey interview after he was busted.
But here's the thing. If you will cheat in your sport and claim all these great things, what is cheating on a fiance? It's nothing. I mean, he's already broken his moral code by betraying the sport that he's making money in and representing.
You can never forgive.
No, but I'm just saying.
It was terrible.
To have a fling then wouldn't register with him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sheryl Crow was hot then. She was doing all those, she would burst out musician.
But he was a man who was used to a double life. When you lie to yourself, that's one life. And then you present another life. That's another life. Already you're screwed.
He didn't only lie about himself. He made sure he told the biking committee, whatever it's called, about other bikers that were doping. I think Floyd Landis was one of the guys.
Yes,
trying to remember.
Landis.
And there's a guy from Greg LeMond. I couldn't stand him from Minnesota. We used to call him Solo at our house because before all of this, he was, or we called him Uno because he only had one testicle. Because remember, he had testicular cancer. And my ex was way into biking, so we would watch the Tour de France I mean, it was during the Tiger Wood years and the Lance Armstrong years, early 2000s, and it'd be something we do, and the kids were like, "He's Uno." No, just
Yeah, he's
but
Uno.
I thought it was such a good thing coming out about testicular cancer because it gave
Yeah.
awareness to young men to check and everything, and then his whole live strong thing
If
was good.
any guys are listening right now, I want them to stand up and whatever they're doing, do a discreet testicle check.
And and y yeah, but it
Feel those
was
balls.
yeah, gosh, are you happy you got all of your dirty words out in the first 7 minutes? Oh, 10 minutes and 3 seconds. That's the record. That's a good one. I That's just weird, Ava Longoria.
Well, but not really, because remember, Hollywood is like high school and they all know each other. They've met.
And he was
Sparks
Hollywood
are,
adjacent. He was bigger because he was the big deal.
that's right. And sparks fly and beautiful people are attracted to other beautiful people. And they probably
She
met
was
at different things and they
and
just
she was into
started
athletes because remember her Frenchman, Tony something, the
the
basketball
basketball.
player, who
Mhm.
she admitted right away that he had no sexual experience and had to teach him everything. We're talking about Eva Longoria. Remember that?
Well, he was 24 to her
I know, but she
36.
says that out loud.
I She's like
That's so,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
it's so demasculating to talk about your partner in your sex life.
I agree.
It's especially if you're going to diss them.
Yeah. Benny Blanco was on a podcast and
Mhm.
they asked him, is there anything you're not really ever supposed to talk about? And he said, yeah, my wife Selena said I am never to say anything about our sex life. That is her bottom line.
And apparently, um, I heard yesterday because I've been twilighting at my tech this week, from Mike Ganger that he has said everything in the past about his sex life and like stuff. You would
Yeah.
stuff. And
But
so I
when you're married
or
and you're no longer single, then you do need to have a modicum of, you can't be blabbing this or that. Even me being married to your brother, maybe I've blabbed things to you in private
but you would
accidentally.
say we had, afternoon delight or we had a little no big
Yeah,
deal. But it's
yeah.
nothing about anything that anyone would feel bad about. But yeah, I agree. And
Well,
especially her
speaking,
history with Justin Bieber
yes,
and her, she's talked openly about her struggles with mental health. And I just think it would be so triggering if my husband was on talking about us, good or bad, I'd be like, uh-uh.
yeah, no way. And then just because we're on the, you know, only murders in the building talking about Selena Gomez, the next season is being filmed in London right now.
Oh, that's why we saw the picture of Meryl Streep and Martin Short.
Having a very cozy, leaning into each other kind of dinner. I'm trying to find the picture of them, but it was just some tourist that was sitting in that restaurant that happened to discreetly, how you'll like take your camera and you're pretending you're taking a picture of the flowers on your table
Oh,
or your food
oh, yes,
or something
always.
like
Or
that. And
yourself and pretending you're taking a selfie, but of
they
someone.
were in London. Here, I'm finding the photo.
That's
Here it
okay.
is. Of
They were sitting
course,
side by
there it
side in a
is.
restaurant. We can't see those. Put it, yeah.
Put it where?
I don't know, up by where your camera is at the top of your computer, Lori.
God.
Forget it.
Well, it's on page 6 in
Yeah.
Instagram. But they're leaning into each other and they're in a cozy corner booth and they're doing what many loving couples do, which is sit on the same side of the booth.
And I like that and I don't like that at the same time.
Casey and I always sit on the same side.
I don't like it sometimes because I'm left-handed and I know it's so dumb. Why don't I let it sit on the left-hand side?
Because you're left-handed.
It's so dumb. But
Anyway,
I'm
they're totally doing it. Whoops, I'm showing you nothing.
I know you
They're
are.
totally
I'm
totally making each other
this makes me
smile.
so happy.
So happy.
Because, did you watch his documentary on Netflix?
I have not watched it yet.
So
It's
good,
called
Lori.
Marty,
So good.
Life is Short. I've heard it's fantastic.
When you try not to talk and you don't do anything but talk for this and others, I've done nothing but watch TV.
Okay, so did you love it?
Loved. And his he was raised in such a loving, joyful, happy family. His comedy didn't come from pain. He's
Right.
just so everyone everyone tried to make everyone laugh in that family, and the dad was funny down to his brother, down everybody, and he, you know
Don't give too much away.
no, I'm not, but his
Okay.
big thing is have more fun.
Yes.
Have more fun in your life. Find ways to just be
You
more
were
joyful.
gone when CBS Sunday Morning did an interview with him, and it was his first interview since his daughter killed herself in February. And he said something very profound, which really struck me as, our family we have two boys who took their own lives. But he said this because she asked him about grief because he's had so many things happen. His wife of 33 years died
Love
of
of
ovarian
his
cancer.
life.
But he said, and maybe he says it in the documentary, but he said it to the CBS morning reporter. He said, I look at cancer and mental health as both diseases, and these are two diseases that are sometimes terminal. And there's nothing that can be done about it. And my wife asked me to let her go. And my daughter had been in so much mental pain from her disease. It's a relief for her to not have to experience that anymore. He said, so I think of cancer and mental illness as the same disease. You
Disease.
don't always get a happy ending.
Well, that makes me really sad.
But I mean, isn't that like it's such a
But it's
healthy way
to move through it, not what did I do wrong? I could have done more when a loved one dies by suicide.
Yes,
It would be so painful to keep going through all this and instead they're out of their
it's
pain.
just like a, diagnosis of anything. You don't always get the ending or the result that you want. So I was like, really, I had to watch it like 3 times. And then my mom called me and she's like, did you hear what Martin Short said about, cancer and, suicide or mental illness? And she was really struck by it too. So just by saying that, he helped who knows how many people.
Yeah.
And I
he's
want to watch his
wise.
documentary
Oh,
to
Lori.
just be delighted. And I want to see his cottage.
Oh, yes. And we years ago interviewed him, and I
Yes.
remember I answered the phone and talked to him off the air.
He was so nice. We told him, we were like,
In
we
love
are
with him.
delighted.
Oh,
We can't believe we're talking to you. And he's like, I am delighted and can't believe I'm talking to you, Lori.
I mean,
and
he
Julia.
just knows how to do it, but he's just so delightful. And in the documentary, you see him from teenage years and then Second City, and he and Catherine O'Hara's love and Eugene Levy.
Do they dip into his, he had a relationship with Gilda Radner.
Yes, it's on there.
Okay.
It's all there.
All right, good.
It's really good. Okay,
I can't wait to watch.
You know what's really good? Are the glasses you're wearing. Can you tell me about your eyeglasses?
Yeah, these are Leisure Society, sold exclusively at InVision. And I kind of did a deep dive because I accidentally went to a trunk show a week ago Friday at the Grand Avenue. It was the Leisure Society. They have such a cool story, but because they don't just mass churn out glasses, and they're all 12, 14, 18 karat gold with titanium, with this custom acetate, but they're like the Dior of eyewear. These things are so fancy. And I went down another rabbit hole.
Okay.
And a lot of people that you see that are in fashion or art world or people, this is the hottest glasses out there, and they're custom made in Japan. But the thing that Anthony is so good at, and we have to have him on because I need to understand how you buy glasses, what an eyewear
how you pick them out
shows like, but he really does select really great design companies that craft glasses that are going to fit, and then what you spend on them is worth it. Like these Leisure Society, they have a lifetime warranty on the frame.
Wow.
Lifetime.
That's huge.
And that's from the Leisure Society.
Yeah. And then they just by shopping, going to shop at an Envision, um, location, there's 4 in the Twin Cities. Everyone who works there loves their job, and they know, like, what works on your face. You have a narrow bridge, mine's wide, I have a smaller face than you, you have a longer face. They just know what works with
Right.
you, and so not only are you looking at the best products out there, that are gonna fit you well, you're working with people that know how to pick the best product for your face, and it's just such a joy shopping at Envision. Stop by any of their 4 locations and tell them, "Please, Lori and Julia sent you." And then let's talk about closets. What's D-Day, Lori? When are they coming?
June
Twin
7th,
Cities.
June 17th, Twin Cities Closet is coming to install the Easy Closet, the bedroom Cinderella makeover
Oh, I'm so excited for
uh,
you.
closet. Yeah, I'm going to show my sister. I have a sister coming in town. I'm going to show her my ridiculous closet because she lives out in Seattle, but that was the first thing that she did in a house that she bought like 15 years ago was redid all the closets because they were all
Right.
just tiny little closets. And I remember her saying at the time, and when I sell this house, one of the reasons is going to be the closets.
Oh, you know what? Right.
Yeah.
Right. But they, everyone who come, the people who consult with you, a free consultation for an in-home design consultation, they all have they're designers. They know what they're doing. They all work in 3D CAD so they can draw up these amazing designs that you're going to see. No budget is really too small, starting at like $500. And um, it's just such a personal experience we all have with our stuff in these closets, and there's no shame in the game. And really, when they come to their house, they want you to see like how do you live? Don't clean it up for them like you clean up for a house cleaner.
You're
Don't
right.
keep it as it is. And some of the unique things that they came up for me, I haven't decided when I'm going to do this yet. I would have never, ever, ever thought of.
Well, you're not
And
a closet designer. How would you
I
know?
know, but I just was so like, this all makes so much sense. And they listen to what you want. And, it's such an opportunity for change that we all hold off on too long. That why not give them a buzz today? Visit twincitiesclosets.com.
TCclosets.com.
Thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm tcclosets.com. I said that wrong.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right.
tcclosets.com and have a free design consultation, and you can
Takes
do
like
it.
an hour.
Yeah, you can do it virtually,
Yeah.
or they will come to your home and set it up. But they are a family-run business that supports our community, that all the work is done in our community. They build it here, make it here, have full-time installers on staff. They're wonderful. We are
Okay.
delighted to work
I
with
have
them.
I have a DVR alert.
Okay.
Okay. Sunday night, the American Music Awards. I love the music award show. The next one will be the MTV. I mean, I just like these things,
Yes.
because the AMAs are heavy on performance. And this is all going to tie together. But in 2017, BTS performed at the AMAs. And that is when the little army became a big army.
And these are the
Because
fans, and they
the
call
fans
themselves the Army.
blew everyone away. Watch the 2017 AMAs BTS performance. It's incredible, because it's been the first time that a K-pop group had performed, that people outside of Korea really were like, oh my gosh, this is incredible music. And so
Right.
they are making, now you could Hollywood speak this, a special appearance at the AMAs on Sunday. Now they're in Vegas right now, taking over the whole city. So they're already there. So will it be a cutaway to something from a show? They'll come on stage, present. Will they
So they're
do?
not signed up to
We don't
be
know what's a
okay.
special
Okay.
appearance, but
Okay.
they're in Vegas and the show's in Vegas. And I think they have like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 sold out night. They've taken over Vegas right now.
Wow.
The army is there. So I don't know who else is performing, but I just thought, I like to record those shows so I can fast forward over
Yeah.
commercials and people whose performance I don't like.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then BTS it was announced last week, or it might have been when we were in Scandinavia, but the FIFA, the World Cup is going to be here, I believe, in the US.
Lots of scandalous news coming out about it.
Well, people are nervous to travel to the United States.
Well, the ticket prices too are
and the ticket, all
insane.
kinds of reasons.
Yep.
But they announced that the performers, something for everyone to hate and love both,
Okay.
is that at the final match in July, it will be BTS, Madonna, and Shakira.
How fun.
Isn't that incredible?
How fun.
That they picked Madonna, too, to represent basically the U.S. Shakira, the Latin.
Yep.
BTS, just
the
pop
Asian
and then
population.
K-pop.
Yep.
And so they have something for everyone, but there will also be people who will be bitching about,
I can't
everything.
think of anyone who would bitch about it because the fans who would go to that would they're fun people. Those fans have fun.
FIFA has money.
Yeah. Not paying some of the locations enough money here for the infrastructure. I bet I kind of have, I read The Athletic or something every once in a while.
And then Shakira is really on a high because last week the Spanish government overturned and said, we were wrong. We shouldn't have charged you for tax evasion. Here's your $64 million. And she posted, and all she played on the post was Rihanna's Bitch Better Get My Money.
Listen, she was dragged through the mud for 10, how many years since 2006?
Probably 5 years.
I think it's longer.
Maybe it was longer.
Yeah, because she was dragged through the mud about that, and they were on her so hardcore. That was all her headlines were. That and her husband left her.
Right, and she discovered it by the jam was open.
The jam.
That her kids and her husband never ate.
That's right. Funny things that people can find out that way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. So we just have to thank a couple of our sponsors, Lori.
Okay.
Let's talk about Borton Overseas. We just got back from, obviously, we've told everyone a glorious trip to Scandinavia that neither of us could have ever put together or planned or anything. And they have so many opportunities and special trips coming up. If you visit BortonOverseas.com, and they've got all these different trips. You can go on little smaller group trips. It's already curated, put together. Everything's done for you. Or they can, help you design your own safari or whatever you want to do. They do it all for you. And they're really proud because they are sponsoring the kickoff of Pride. I think it's on the 28th, May 28th here. And they just want to say that,
June, it'd be June 28th, maybe.
June 28th.
Yeah.
But they have great destinations, LGBTQ positive travel destinations, and want people to know that, they have a lot to offer. If you haven't thought about that in that realm before, but they're just,
you can't beat their experience.
No, I know.
The experience, the hotels that we stayed at, the best location, it makes such a difference where you stay as to how you enjoy a destination. I don't want to be 2 metro stops or a short bus ride away from the center of wherever I'm visiting. Yeah,
like where we stayed at the Kentucky Derby. We were 40 minutes away.
Right. I feel like we could go back to Copenhagen and Stockholm and we would be acclimated and hit the ground running because all of the Scandinavian countries, the cities, Oslo, Stockholm, and Copenhagen, are walkable and very enjoyable and compact.
I have to tell you something funny. But first, just Borton Overseas, they're the dynamo. We can't say enough. And we know they will take care of you and your travel experiences. And you can also request Borton Overseas tours through your travel agent.
That's right.
BortonOverseas.com. My watch has been reminding me that what happened to your activity level since I've been back. I was gone, 13 days, I think. And I had laryngitis the entire time, and I've just been struggling with it, and I've been down. But
you still walked. We were getting 20,000 steps easy.
It was crazy. And I love that about Europe. I love or New York City or, it's walkable.
Right.
I just love that. I miss that out here in the burbs.
God, your
I
Fitbit is yelling at you. That's why I don't have one.
It's never done this before, and I was like, "I know that my activity level." They're just like, "Do you have a heartbeat?" Was so I've never gotten that way before, but it's true. I love the walking around, that you get to do because you get to
Yeah.
see so many different things. Also, Lori, we're gonna have a special guest later today, but Lake Med Spa
Yes.
and our hormones and the call to action to book a consultation with Dr. Lisa. I can't tell you how many people that we hear from or talk to that are like, well, this is off and this is off. And Amy Schumer was even talking about it the other day because she went through
Even on our trip, I felt like a little hormone
specialist.
advisory council because some of the ladies were asking me some things, and I was just like, I said, you need to go see Dr. Lisa at Lake Med Spa. If your doctor is not responding to you and giving you just saying, well, this is just the way it is, that's an unacceptable answer for perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause symptoms, because you can be postmenopause and still be having hot flashes and not sleeping.
Right. And also, postmenopause, you still need some
Estrogen.
keys hormones that
Hormones.
regulate how your cells transfer things, your bones, your blood, your heart.
And Dr. Lisa is an OBGYN, so she is schooled and skilled. And yes, there are people that with breast cancer history in their family, and depending on what it is,
Right.
there's going to have to be different solutions for you. It might not be getting estrogen.
Right.
So she's fully knowledgeable about that.
And spent years studying it. And so we just can't recommend her enough. And it's Lake medspa.com. And by the way, they have some of the most advanced Medi-Spa treatments that you're ever going to see anywhere. Call them today. Tell them Lori and Julia sent you. Oh my gosh. And the one they have for tightening the woohoo. Instead of doing your Kegels, you can sit on this for 20 minutes for 3 times and voila.
Voila. Yeah. Julia wants to go there every 2 days.
Because I get sick of doing Kegels. You had the one-way vag, Laura. You don't experience it. Okay. So on the trip, the last part of the trip, we went to the fjords in Norway. And we were on this boat, in the water and wetsuits and stuff, and it was glorious. But we went around on the fjord, and there was this house perched on top of the mountain fjord. I'll just call it.
Was it painted red or yellow?
No, it was white.
Okay.
No, it was white. And we're talking there's no houses here. There's just a village with 3 people that makes goat cheese, brown cheese, which is so good. And so they told us the story about this house. And it is way at the top of the hill. And the people who have stayed there, it's a VBRO, an American couple bought it. Tom Cruise and David Beckham have both stayed there. And the only way to get to it is at the bottom. There's this little dock, which does have a little red boathouse. And you zigzag, traverse all the way up to the top.
Walking?
Yeah. And if you're really fit and in shape, you can do it in 9 minutes. But there's no way. I looked at it. There's no way. But to get supplies up, they have a pulley system, that you can get the supplies up. And there's no heli landing up above. But I just thought it was interesting because you think of what is the remote place that no one will know me, that no one will never know I'm here, that I can just get away from everything and just be with, I just thought it was kind of cool. It was kind of funny.
No, that's very cool. That's the kind of exclusivity that somebody that's that famous, if they really need to get away, and there's something about going to the woods, the mountains, a fjord, that it just, you love the whole being surrounded. The only sound you hear is nature and bird song.
And Lori, and you are so solo mio. You just had to rely on it. It was just such a cool thing. And that's the part of having tour guides and people that tell you the extra details about stories that I absolutely adore.
I wonder if there are bears in the fjord area. It's mountains. There must be bears.
Well, this area didn't have a lot of trees.
Okay.
Because if it's a fjord, it was a split glacier
Got it.
that lets salt water in, which is
Okay, look at
different from
that. And that gives it that beautiful color, the
the
lake.
color you're always gonna get in the spring until the algae starts to move around in the bottom. But
Okay.
it's and a sound is more freshwater meeting saltwater because like the
Okay.
Puget Sound,
Yeah.
and so it's not a big glacier separating. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I
You know.
saw the photo. I mean, people have seen the photos. It's stunning.
I want to go back. I wanted to take my kids, but I'm like, how can I ever afford that?
Julia, don't you remember Robert Altman's advice for Prairie Home Companion, you asked him, I was
What
so
advice? What like?
starstruck that it was Robert
Because
Altman,
you couldn't
director
talk. You
of
weren't saying a
MASH.
word,
I didn't say a word. I was completely starstruck.
and I
You
didn't really know who he was.
right. And then you said, what's your life's advice?
Mhm.
And he goes, that's a really good question. No one's ever asked me that. And his answer was, giggle and give in and spend it all.
Mhm. And I think that was kind of Martin Short's thing too. Have fun.
Have
Figure out
fun.
what makes you happy and have fun. And I think I need more fun in my life. I mean, I think that was, it was just that's such great advice.
Julia,
Period.
we have the family wedding coming up.
I know. Only a week. Well, I leave in a week. You leave in less than a week out in
Well,
Bozeman, and it's snowing today.
yeah, I know. What are you wearing to this nephew wedding? You're just going to shop your closet?
I'm decided June, after we get back from there, like the week of June 1st.
We're going wedding shopping?
I might start. I'm so behind.
You're not, because now all the pretty summer dresses will be out.
Mm-hmm. I know what I want. I don't, if I order it, I have to be home to try it on right now, and it's just not a good
Let me
window.
give you a tale of caution.
Okay.
I know someone whose son got married a couple years ago, and she ordered 39 dresses.
They don't return 'em all.
Nordstrom,
Yep.
Mother of,
Yep.
Von Mar, direct from 39, because she just hates going to dressing rooms and she wants to
I
try
kind of
on.
do too.
And I said, well, how'd that work out for you? Because I am a full believer in wearing your Spanx and a good bra and bringing a pair of shoes, and a nice place always has shoes because you can stand on the thing. What if it needs to be hemmed? But she said the worst thing about it was returning everything.
Well, that's why I only have one dress that I bought at Nordstrom that I, every once in a while try on to see if the gap of the zipper closing is getting closer and take pictures
You
of my
could bring it
back.
to a tailor and they can add a
I don't know
little.
that they can get it out this far. And I don't know that it's the right dress either. I just bought one because I just thought this is beautiful. It's on sale. I know it's not going to work. I still have the receipt,
Okay.
And there's this place that you can get try the dresses on, and you can get like 2 dresses for like $15 to try on, and then you send it back.
Yeah.
Or if you keep it, it's 15% off or whatever your dress, but you get to send it back.
Yeah.
And
I want to go to Von Mar and
I know.
Nordstrom with you.
I know.
I insist.
Okay.
I insist.
When we get back. I just haven't.
When we get back
I know
this
it's
wedding,
coming up and I'm thrilled, but there's other things.
Yeah, we're the aunties at this wedding. All I'm planning on doing is winning the dance contest with Casey.
Oh, you have such demands. There's not even a dance contest that's on the plans.
Oh, I know, but
You need awards for your dancing.
No, it isn't that. It's just that people
They do the 2-step.
No, we can't 2-step anymore.
What do you do?
We can't 2-step or swing because of Casey's.
So what do you do?
Well, we just dance. You're gonna have to see. We do some salsa. We do some cha-cha. We do some twisting. We do some.
I'm thrilled.
Dancing back. Really, Casey is the most fun person I've ever danced in my life with because he smiles non-stop.
He does. Jeff doesn't dance. This isn't an option, but he doesn't mind watching me.
I talked to him about that.
What did he say?
I said, is it because you're slightly bow-legged? And we
Slightly.
started laughing. I said, it's very hard to twist on bow legs.
He had so much fun with you, Lori. He had so much fun with you on our trip, being one of two gentlemen. But that might be, I mean, he just doesn't, and he's okay
Well,
watching
I'll
me.
dance with you.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to dance to Uptown Funk, and I've already discussed
Lori.
with the niece. She knows what's going on the music-wise with the DJ. And it's going to be...
Promise me you won't do this at my son's wedding.
What, have a conversation with the DJ?
Mm-hmm. Promise me right now, live on air.
No, I can't.
It's not your place.
No.
Because they're curating their own list.
Yes, I know. I would check with Will on the song that I'm going to tip the DJ to pay. First of all, a DJ really does appreciate a nice tip at a wedding.
Oh, and they love getting suggestions from people.
Well, but only if it's approved by the bride or the groom.
Okay, you check that first.
Yeah, I will. I promise to do that.
Okay, if you do that, I'm cool.
But I trust that I trust the playlist of the DJs, because a good wedding DJ always knows that there are older people, and they get it started with the dance. They build up to the crazy whoop, whoop, whoop.
I bet they know how to do that.
They know how to kind of segue, because they want grandma and grandpa and maybe great grandma and grandpa to get up, and some of the, people that don't fast dance or whatever, but like to have a nice dance. It's nice to slow dance with somebody.
I would say it is. It's nice to slow dance.
Were you the one who told me you watched the Billy Idol?
No, but someone else
documentary?
Told us. No, I did not watch that.
Okay, so I love Billy Idol. I just think of him as some of his songs soundtrack to the 80s, specifically.
We saw him perform. Mm-hmm.
Specifically Dancing with Myself.
Well, that's the only one most of us know.
Well, White Wedding.
Okay.
He's got more than that. But I mean, that one, it was just such a long, you could really get dancing, and it's a song you could dance to by yourself. Dancing with Myself. So
hence the name. How clever.
Hence the name. Whoops, I got to turn the sound down. I'm turning it down right now.
No, you can't have the sound on. She'd have it. Okay, I can't. Okay, stop, Lori.
Okay. He's dancing on
I see it.
It's a thing of beauty, and I really want people to watch it.
Okay, thank you for telling us.
He's got a full head of hair, that Austin Butler. Man, look at him go. Okay, all right, I'll stop.
Okay, so Nate is with us. Nate, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, Lori. Hello, Julia. How are you guys?
Hello.
Nate, I was showing off the beautiful head of hair that Austin Butler has in a new YSL ad, that he's dancing to the song Dancing with Myself.
He has a great head of hair. I'm jealous of his hair, frankly.
He's got great hair, and I just thought, what would Austin Butler do if he was ever losing his hair? Because I think of anyone who embraced fixing their hair and having a good hair look were the Hollywood people.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right away.
Right.
I mean, they had to have good hair.
Totally. And Nate is joining us, and Nate is the owner of Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota, which is Midwest's #1 clinic for hair transplants and non-surgical hair restoration. So kind of talk to people about how you make sure that there's something for everybody, and kind of the first steps of getting to talking.
Well, I mean, I think the first thing to say is, like, Julia, you took the step that a lot of people get kind of stuck on. Like, people care about their hair so much. It's like, guys spend all this time in the mirror fussing with their hair. Ladies spend all this time getting their hair right. And when they see that it's not looking the way that they want it to, a lot of people, they cover up, they accept it, they wear hats, they just don't go out as much. And it still bugs them. The problem doesn't really go away, but taking that first step and let's learn why this is happening. Let's understand what I have control over, that I can fix this. That. It's so important. And, you guys have a great job. You get to hang out and talk about pop culture all day. I feel like I have a great job where I get to wake up and I get to improve people's lives and give them confidence back. And I happen to do that through great hair. But like the what you get to see day in, day out is people who stand taller, like they put themselves out there more. They go for that raise at work. They go out to the party because they feel better about their hair.
Isn't that amazing how important our hair is to us?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It makes such a huge difference. Every wedding photo, every holiday card, it's your driver's license. That's like it's
It's your
there,
hair.
and like Laura doesn't know what we're talking about because she has
She doesn't
a
at all.
great head of hair.
She
You
always
know,
has, but she spends more money on her hair than most people because she doesn't wash it herself.
Well, but here's the thing. Hair is worth whatever it takes to feel good in your hair.
Yes.
I'm terrible at styling.
She can't style it.
I pay someone to style it. There's people who've made a living off of that. And so I'm curious, Nate, how you got in this business.
well, yeah. So when
That was a good question, Lauren.
yeah, so I had always been leading teams. So I started off in the Navy. I was a military officer for 5 years. Went to business school. Was leading a bunch of small teams. Led a couple companies, and I met Vern Cole, who founded HRI 30 years ago.
We love Vern.
And Vern was an Aveda, like hot shot hairstylist, just like working on all the kind of notable people here in town. And, then he turns 30 and the hairline starts marching back. And isn't that a real kick in the head to be like a great hairstylist, be like truly talented at that, and then be going bald?
Right.
And so, what he did is he partnered with, we had these really great facial plastic surgeons. And so we were able to, under one roof, offer medical hair restoration and then also hair systems. So people who don't want to have surgery but still want a full head of hair, we have they're incredible, these real human hair prosthetics that you can wear on your scalp. It binds to your scalp. It's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's what John Travolta is like wearing when he goes out and he has hair.
My brother-in-law has been he's done this for 20 years. He loves it.
Go on our social media and like look at the videos of these makeovers. Like it is just life-changing, and it happens like that. You leave the clinic looking great. And so he had built this really great, incredible team, people who are really called to do super important work in their life. And, he was looking to retire. He has grandkids and, and so I came in and like, gosh, I got to be part of this team. And that was 5 years ago. And we've, built this brand new facility a few years ago. We went from 2 doctors to now 4 doctors. We have 2 nurses on team. We have expanded the different services that we offer, and it's really great to be on a team where like everyone is just like an A player at what they do, and what you get to do, like you immediately see that change. It's not like you work at a hospital, oh, I saved someone's life and like maybe I won't see him again, or like, yeah, I fixed this thing. Like they come in and you're like, holy moly, you look way better. I just saw a guy, a kind of quick checkup here today, and it was like I almost didn't recognize it. He looked like 10 years younger, and it's like, geez, Louise, man. And he's just is thrilled. So that's what's like really great about this space, is like you can really feel good about what you're doing.
Cool.
I love that. And just we have brief time, but I want to talk about, you talk about a hair system, and what a hair system is it's a kind of a topper, but it's sewn in and glued into your scalp, right? And you can swim, you can go out in the wind, you can run, you can go like this. You don't have to worry about it coming off like a toupee back in the day.
Exactly. You could think of it like it's extensions that go all the way down. So it's not like a wig where it's structured and it's like fabric. Like it is basically this very thin membrane of skin. It's like 1 cell wide. And we take real human hair. It's like the exact color and texture of your hair. So we'll have you come in. We'll do a quick, match the color. Like what exactly level gray do you have? What exactly kind of brown or black hair you have? They inject it hair follicle by hair follicle. It takes like 60 hours to make one of these things, but it's a perfect head of hair. We do a mold on the person's scalp. We see exactly where they have hair loss. We build the system so it fits exactly that same spot. And just like you can't tell where the hair system hair ends and then their own hair starts. You can cut it, swim with it, shower with it, blow dry it, anything you do to your own hair. And there's no waiting. Like it's this instant gratification. And that's what is I think really kind of blowing up because for the longest time people just always thought about transplants, and transplants are great too, but it's not a one size fits all. And for ladies especially who are having hair thinning, if only I could just get more hair, real human hair,
right.
And not worry about like you said, blowing it off or taking it off at night. Like I can sleep with it because this is my hair. It is not going to grow.
Right.
And is it like, do you come in every 6 weeks for maintenance or what is it?
Yeah. So most people come in around every 6 weeks. It's just like you go to the kind of hair salon.
Like getting your hair colored or something.
Yeah. We cut your hair, style it, blow dry it. We just refresh that lens.
And you have colorists there. You color it. You do whatever needs to be done. People can change their hair colors.
That's incredible.
Right. I mean, there's so many great hairstylists out there, so we don't want to put them out of business. But with our thing, it's like you come in and we just solve this problem for you. You don't have to go
and you kind
to
of tighten
stylist.
it up a little bit, right?
Yeah. It just you leave looking back to 100%. And it's like if there was a gym where you could sit in a chair once every 6 weeks and get abs, that gym would, I'd be there.
I'd be there.
Sign us all up.
Here we have that, but it's for hair. You sit in the chair, you get your cup of coffee, watch some TV, and then you're done.
That is so cool. Do you? Someone doesn't have to sit in the chair for 60 hours. You take a mold and an analysis, and then they come back and do
totally.
It.
Yeah, a typical service visit about 1 hour to an hour and a half, and then if it's if we're doing more coloring and there's more stuff in there, probably 2 hours max.
Okay, and then so that's been a great solution. Are you finding more and more, like you said, people are kind of doing that as an option to transplanting? Are more men picking up on this as well?
A lot of men are doing that. I think it's kind of following in your footsteps, where because on social media people are just much more open about they're doing. Why keep it secret? And so there's so many guys
I have hair
now
today,
that are showing.
but I like it. After the first visit, oh my God, what happened? Did you lose weight? What's going on here? Oh, you have hair.
That's always what it is.
People will tease you for a second, I think, and then just move on.
It's like even that's gone away. When I first started working, I go to these kind of backyard barbecues. People go, oh, what do you do? I work at Medtronic. I work here. And then what do you do, Nathan? It's like, oh, I work at the Hair Restoration Institute. And it's always a little bit of a beat in the conversation, and everyone looks at the guy who's balding. Is he going to go talk to Nate?
Have you talked to him?
Yeah. And then one by one, later in the barbecue, every single guy and gal comes up and so how does it work exactly?
Right. I love that.
What do you think is going on here? And I tell them, consultations are 100% free.
Right.
It's our goal to give this as a kind of public service, be as helpful as we possibly can to people about hair restoration. And then if they do decide to do something, they want to take that next step, then they can come and see us because we have every means of hair restoration, and we can be unbiased about what we choose to, talk about, because we're not just going to say you have to have a hair transplant, or it has to be a hair system, or it has to be growth factors or exosomes.
Tattoo.
Yeah,
the tattooing too, the scalp tattooing.
Well, you're diagnosing why the hair loss is happening.
Yes, we have doctors that can help with that. Sometimes if it's a special case, we can send people. We have a whole bunch of specialists in town that we can send them off to for that kind of testing. But, for the vast majority of men, 80% of men, they're going to have male pattern hair loss, and it's based on their age, their hormones, and their genes. And so I have this little kind of graphic here. This is our testosterone. We got this enzyme called 5-AR. These two things combine, they create DHT. And DHT is kind of like a Roundup weed killer, but for the hair on the top of our head. And so the treatments
DHT.
I know. I mean, it helps you grow a beard, when you're in your teens. It helps that facial hair come in, but it's nuclear waste for the top
for the scalp. It really. I'm familiar with the DHT.
Yeah, and so the treatments that we have, because that's what's going on. All the treatments that we have are kind of based on that. cool thing about hair systems, it doesn't really matter, what's going on, if it's chemo or this or that. Like it's a full head of hair that we can apply today, right now.
Yeah, and for women, I mean, it's hormonal, it's age, it's all the other stuff basically too. Do the women have the DHT?
Yeah, so DHT also causes female pattern hair loss. There's a few other things that are happening there. Basically what's happening, if you want to get like scientific about it, is that there is a little part of the hair follicle that has instructions that tells all of our hairs to grow. And as time goes on, its voice kind of gets weaker and weaker until it's kind of whispering to grow, and then like the hair can't really hear it, and so it just kind of the growth stops happening. What we can do with those injections, this is like a big speakerphone. It's like, wake up, damn it, time to grow. And we have these growth factors that go throughout the scalp, and they have instructions for growing new blood vessels and thickening up the hair and this and that. And that's what you got. And that's why we saw when we scanned you, you had all these like little baby hairs, like boom, they were getting bigger.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I only did one treatment. I need to come back and do another one just to make sure.
But even the one,
I know,
we saw results.
You called. It was like 2 weeks ago. Your car broken down, and we had. I
was on my way. Literally had to pull over because all my lights went on, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm too scared to drive my car. I was up north, coming back to.
Let's be safe.
I know.
Yeah.
Any
like wildfires up there? Or is this all?
No, it was my. This is all before this. No, we're safe where we are, but thank you for asking. But I just think the people there are so wonderful too. And for women, your first consultation is with Beth, and I don't know who the guy's name is. Yeah.
Really great. Like tons of experience, and Beth's been doing this for 20 years.
It's you guys, if you're looking for it, you have options now. I mean, we didn't have this. So I just can't speak highly enough of you, Nate, and your business. And you don't have to pay for parking. You're located in an office building right by Mall of America. And it's so easy, to get in and out. And we thank you for your support also of our podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I just love listening to you guys. It's so like nice. I got 2 small kids, so I basically got like the car ride after I drop them off at school. I got like that much car ride where I'm not listening to like children's songs and Let the Wheels on the Bus for the 1,000th time. And yeah, I also want to thank you guys for putting so much joy out there, and for letting people know that if they're, they're suffering from all sorts of different things, like relationship things or this or that, or maybe it's hair loss, stress, like, there's all these things that are going on in their lives, and you've been there for all of it. You've been there to take away the stigma from talking about all these things. And hair is just one more thing that's out there. So it's really cool.
That's so nice. Thank you
I know.
very much.
I'm teary-eyed today again, Lori.
Oh, Joe, that's because you're working a radio show and a podcast.
I'm doing 2 things.
You haven't worked this much in 2 years.
I haven't. And my emotions are teary, but we can't thank you enough. And if people want to get help, HRIMN.com. Upper right-hand corner, click on it to get a free consultation. You can do it in person or virtually.
That's right.
Whatever's more convenient. And I can't stress enough how many people we know that you've helped. I mean, it's amazing. And it's worth it.
Yes. And we
and
can't spell hair without HRI. And
that's right.
Thank you for being a walking billboard too, because he'll be like, I was suffering from it, wasn't feeling good about it, and then I saw Julia and I saw what she did, and it's like that kind of got me off the couch to do something, because if you catch it early, it's like much easier. You have a lot more options, and so
you do, don't you?
You do. Yeah. So like you don't want to be waiting on this kind of thing.
And everybody does, which is too bad. But you're right about that. That's great advice. Thank you again, Nate, for your time. Have a great day. We appreciate you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Take care now.
Absolutely. Bye. Okay, talk soon.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, that was lovely. He was a lovely man.
He is so, and he's a fan. And he's a fan and has been forever. Yeah. He's so lovely.
Who knew?
And what he's talking about is so easy to do, you guys. It's just making the call. And it does cost money. Of course, everything costs money. But I just feel so blessed.
Yeah.
Because it's so worth it. Back to you, darling.
Well, no, just to wrap things up, because it's Memorial Weekend. It's bound to be raining one of the days, at least. Okay.
Good. Not on your sunny forecast phone.
Well, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But just a couple of TV things. So
Great.
Dutton Ranch, and I am mad at Paramount and CBS and all that, but I still got my stupid Paramount Plus. And
So do I.
Dutton Ranch premiered last Friday with 2 episodes, and of course, this is about Beth Dutton and Rip, and it is fantastic. Annette Bening is in it as the largest ranch owner woman, and she plays a total badass. There's Ed Harris, Amy Madigan.
I didn't make it this far.
Yeah. So the 3rd episode drops on today on Friday. So it just was, to me, it felt like the first season of Yellowstone. Bam.
Just the first scene.
And I don't think you have to have watched Yellowstone. Casey watched it, and he's like, this show is so good.
He did?
Yes, because, one of the things, Yellowstone, there is violence. Okay. And Casey loves a show with violence.
And there's sex.
Mm-hmm. And so I just explained a couple of things that he didn't know. He knew John Dutton was Beth's father.
Yes.
We watched 1883, 1923.
Yeah, Jeff
whatever.
and I watched them all. Yeah. So that's good to know, because then I'll watch
So
this
Dutton
stuff.
Ranch, really good. Thumbs up. And then the other one that dropped last week with the first 3 episodes, and now the 4th episode, I think, has dropped, is this crazy dark comedy thriller called Widow's Bay with Matthew Rhys from The Americans, and the other show with Claire the Beast or whatever it was. Remember,
He's so good. Oh, yeah. With Dane.
So he plays a sheriff on this island off of Maine. So it has a Stephen King-ish quality, but it's not. It's really good. It's laugh out loud funny. And it's also like, what in the hell is going on? There's jump scares. I've screamed it out loud like in 3 different episodes. Ah!
Okay, I'm gonna, because I saw that it's on Apple Plus, and I just didn't go. I didn't go all in. But if you like it, okay. Well, I like it.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. I mean, it's getting huge. People are loving it. And then Citadel came back.
I know.
With Priyanka Chopra, or as Casey called her, Paprika Jones. Is that Paprika Jones who's married to the Jonas?
I love that.
But
it's good.
But Citadel aired 3 years ago on Prime. Okay,
go back and watch the first season.
There's only 6 episodes.
I know. I'd watch the first season before you do the second one, though. For new people.
I watched, yes, and if you watched it 3 years ago, Casey and I watched the finale of the last episode, and Richard Madden, if you'll remember from the Bodyguard, he's in it, and Stanley Tucci is in it.
Yes, he is.
But when you start season 2, it gives you such an amazing recap of season 1. It was like the producers knew it had been too long.
Right.
It totally catches you up.
Caught me up because I didn't go back and rewatch it.
Because they explained everything.
It's like
that
4
was going
minutes
on.
or something. Yeah. It was good.
So
are you enjoying
it's in the vein of, if you like The Diplomat and, these kind of spy thrillers, The Night Agent, Night Manager. And that there's 6 episodes again on that. And I'm all caught up on Margot's Got Money Troubles on Apple Plus.
What about Rivals?
Fantastic.
What about Rivals?
I did watch 2 episodes of Rival, and it's a very British show.
I love it.
And I loved it. You're absolutely right. And
just wait.
It's crazy.
It's crazy
It's
how much.
crazy good. The BBC, the actress,
I love it.
I love everything about it. I'm glad you told me about it. And then Hacks, last week's episode, because it's coming to a close, I think. Next
I'm waiting
week.
for more to build up.
But Leslie Bibb and Cherry Jones play kind of like Portia and Ellen in Montecito.
Oh.
And when I say scenery is being chewed and it is laugh out loud funny, that episode is epic.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
This season of Hacks has been. I've forgotten about season 4 because I really did not like that last
I thought season 4 was kind of no. Where was the golfer one? Was that season 4? I kind
Yeah.
of liked that because I like the golf scenes.
Yeah, I know, but the whole anyway, this season is bringing it. But for sure, Leslie Bibb is going to get a guest nominated.
I can't
just
wait
for a
to
guest
watch it.
role.
She's hysterical.
I love her and
I do too.
her little "See you next Tuesday, Bob."
Gosh, Lori, that's so
And
cute.
Cherry Jones, you'll recognize her. She famously dated Sarah Paulson, and Sarah Paulson dumped her for, the woman that she's
Yes.
with. Trying to think of her name. Holland Taylor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Which is such a great name.
So Sarah Paulson has a type. She likes an older woman.
She does.
Yeah.
And they've been together for years.
Long time.
15 or so. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's and Your Friends and Neighbor is so flippin' good. We may have a Walter White-esque character in a bad guy that we're rooting for, which is John Hamm.
I'm behind.
You'll enjoy it. It's really, and your boyfriend,
off campus. I know.
James Marsden.
I know.
Remember when you had your moment with him at the SAG Award? He was tiny and beautiful.
We just caught eyes.
You two
lingered.
looked at each other.
Yeah.
Julia, longer than 10 seconds.
I think we talked.
You did.
We
he
did
waved
talk.
or you waved, and then I disappeared.
Talk. He came over to me.
Only for you because you were his height.
Well, they're all little in Hollywood. He's really little. And then did you finish the book tomorrow?
Yesteryear. Yes, I did.
And?
Yes, I did. My jaw was on the floor.
I recommended that to someone for their book club.
Excellent.
Okay. Yesteryear.
Because it will, you'll talk. People will actually read the book because you can't quite figure out what you're reading. You're like,
do I need to read that or listen?
I have no idea.
I mean, are there a lot of characters back and forth that I need?
No, it's Natalie the whole way through, the trad wife.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how if then they go when the husband's speaking, then they sometimes Caleb's.
And this is so and so. They just lower the voice. Sometimes they have multiple productions with different actors and different voices. They get into it.
Yeah. So I can't answer that.
Trad wife.
Yeah, Yesteryears is the book, and I don't want to give one thing away. I don't want to say one thing.
Don't. Well, I'm going to say goodbye. That's my one thing.
I'm going to say goodbye to you.
And everyone have a great weekend. And thank you for
Memorial
hanging out.
Weekend. The big movie this weekend is The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, mixed reviews.
I know, but for people who are in town, this will be the big. And then Keke Palmer is in a movie called I Love Boosters, and Sacha Baron Cohen plays a chauvinist who turns up in an alternate world called Ladies First with Rosamund Pike on Netflix. I'm going to pass on that one.
All right, let me just remind people to like us, share us, do everything you're supposed to do with us, follow us, and also
what else?
Our video of our podcast is now available on YouTube.
Good
so
Lord.
If you're bored and you need to look at us while we're talking, it's kind of fun. It was fun. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, everyone have a great weekend. We'll be back next week. Ciao.
See you later.